Welcome back to another video. So we're going to be testing out Howard the Duck's buff today against ROL Legends Wolverine. This footage you're seeing first of all is the pre-buffed version, and then we're going to swap to the buffed version. We're giving the pre-buffed version a bit of a head start because his ramp up took that damn long. I think he needs a wee head start. That was one of the major faults with Howard the Duck previously. It was how long it took to ramp him up. He did need a synergy of Tiger really to get anything of note in terms of Fury stacks. Without it, it just wasn't a fun time. But that has been changed now. His ramp up is a lot quicker. Now here we are just mashing the heavy attack in order to hopefully get the RNG on the Furies. Whereas now all you need to do is use the pre-fight, which you get in every fight. I would say use it because the difference in using it and not using it is pretty noticeable. You do stack up Furies, and the ramp up of debuffs as well is a lot quicker with the pre-fight. We don't have to rely on the heavy attack either to ramp up the Furies. All we have to do is stun the opponent and we get multiple Furies. The heavy attack has now got an armor break on it for every hit, and if you're using the pre-fight you do get that armor break on every hit. It stacks up to 20 times, which really helps with the damage. And we do have a rank for 5-star, so it's nothing too crazy. You will see some nice numbers. Now we're going to bring in the buffed version. We're going to let the pre-buff version play on because he still really needs to get that ramp up going, but we can now bring in the buff version and see how he does. So we're hitting the pre-fight, and we're going to go in and stun Wolverine to get our first set of Furies. One thing you do need to remember is you do need to stun the opponent to get Furies. So against stun immune, that's one drawback of the champion, but if you can stun them, then you're in for a good time. So we're just going to parry and heavy really to get the armor break stacking up, and we're using it in the Despair Mastery, which I've always got 3 out of 3 in to shut down Wolverine's healing. Howard does have an SP1 heal block, but it is pretty short at 2.5 seconds for each of the debuffs, so that is one thing that it could be longer. It would be better if it was maybe 5 seconds. I think it would just be a lot more manageable if it was double the duration, but it is what it is, and we can shut down healing by the Despair Mastery and the armor breaks. So we are running a synergy that does help Howard the Duck. It's not essential, and it's the We Ain't No Punchline synergy, where critical hits pause all personal debuffs for 0.5 seconds. It just helps keep the heal blocks up a little bit longer. It helps you reset the armor breaks a little bit easier. It's with Gwenpool, Spider-Ham and Goldpool. It's not essential, it's just a nice wee added benefit to the champion. Overall, I would say this buff is definitely a buff. It's not a nerf. I was sceptical. I don't like that the SP2 debuffs have been replaced with something that isn't that great. That would be nice to have even just increase the chance for them to proc. That would have been something I would like to see. But the ramp up is amazing, and the damage from even from rank 4 5-star is pretty top notch. Overall, I would say this is probably a B+ buff. It's not a top drawer, but it's also really not anywhere near garbage. Howard Duck is a solid option to use in everyday fights. Maybe not as good as he previously was for like Labyrinth of Legends, or maybe even Abyss if you want to use him there, because of his lower potential damage, but overall he's just a far better champion to use in Cavalier Quest, story mode. And if you need a heal block champion with his armor breaks, and if you've got 3 out of 3 Despair Mastery, he's a pretty damn good option. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of Howard Duck's buff, or if you think it's a nerf, and if you're going to be using him more. I may use him more. I do enjoy him much more than I did, so I'll have to see what the future holds. But overall, let's say well done, good job Kabam, and I definitely was wrong with him being a nerf previously just from the written text. Anyway, if you like the video, drop us a like, and I will catch you in the next video. All the best.